Welcome to the Doug and Commish Show. I'm actually on the road right now in our team hotel room getting ready for the big game against Trash Talk. We're here with the GM from the Soldier, Dan Chapman, filling in for the Commish. Seeing as it is a rivalry week, Commish and I felt it would be best to perhaps not have the show together. So, Dan, welcome aboard.
Hey, thanks, Doug.
And here we go. We're going to do the week 3 reviews. Dan, last week, Puerto Rico talked a lot of crap.
Yeah, he filled it up. I tell you that. Filled the message board right up.
And he didn't really show up. He got Steamer of the Week, and DJ was actually able to get a win. So what does this mean for you and your division?
I think our division is trying to find who is going to be on top. I don't think people really think Annex is going to stay on top. Obviously Soldier's happy to be on top.
Oh yeah.
And So
do you think your team is going to be more competitive or like your division is going to be more competitive than it has been in the past?
Yeah, I think we got some. Obviously Jim's going to be there no matter what. He's always challenging, and if new guy is going to have his team win in 2 of his first 3, he's obviously going to be there as well. So and DJ's there.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. Either way, Toilet gets his first win, and obviously Anquan Bolden. Huge game for Anquan Bolden, 33 points.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. He's going to have to rely on him quite a bit.
Is that going to be something that week you think that Bolden will be able to do consistently, be a touchdown a week? Obviously not 3 touchdowns a week, but is this going to be Flacco's main guy now?
Yeah, I think it was a great pick. I think DJ knows that Anquan's going to be the guy to get the ball.
Yeah,
Derek Mason's too old.
Yeah. He also had Antonio Gates, who was able to pick up some points for him via the trade, and so obviously that worked out well for DJ. On the Puerto Rico side of things, like I said, he did talk a lot, and 31 points and 24 points on the bench doesn't really help. What did you notice there?
Oh, yeah, you don't want 55 points on your bench when you only score 47. Obviously, he'll have to make a couple better choices, maybe read the matchups a little bit better. Nate Washington, probably not a good matchup.
No kidding.
Out there.
All right, next we go on to Jockey and Sass. Jockey was able to get his first win as well, a week of first wins for a lot of teams, and Benson finally showed up. And Dustin Keller seems to be the surprise on his team coming as far as a tight end.
Yeah, getting Benson to get the points finally, and obviously Dustin Keller being able to get 20 points. Anytime you get 20 points out of your tight end, he's got to be happy with that.
Got to be real happy about that. As far as Sass, you had mentioned off air that he's going to have somebody else besides Brady or Gore score for him in order to be competitive.
Yeah, I think you look over. He's been fortunate. As fantasy football is, to get the low scores against him that he's gotten so far. Yep. And without that big game, which we all love to see from Gore on Monday night to take down Trash Talk, we were all happy to see that. Other than that, though, I think he's hoping for a little more effort out of the rest of his team.
Nips gets his first win, and he was really riding the coattails of Drew Brees and Lance Moore. You can't expect that type of production out of Lance Moore each week.
No, I don't think Lance Moore. I don't think anybody expects that production out of anybody on New Orleans week after week. He just has too many weapons there.
Just too many weapons. But really the best pick for him seems to be your favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
He's riding the Steelers D right there. I tell you, 18 points a game out of your defense. I mean, that's his best pick by far.
They're playing the Ravens this week. What do you think is going to happen as far as the Pittsburgh defense?
Oh, I think 10-7. Something ugly.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be that great. Probably a lot of sacks, a lot of type of stuff that to get some points that way. Nappy falls to 0-3. Is it time to panic in Nappy land? Maurice Jones-Drew still isn't getting the type of production that you need out of your number one guy that you make trades for.
Yeah, I think he's going to definitely be second-guessing his whole strategy, draft strategy. But, you have to look and say he's been rolled up quite a few points against him so far, and I think any other GFO member right now, if they had to face 330-some-odd points that's been scored against them, would be sitting in a similar boat, 1-2 or 0-3 themselves.
Yeah. We move on to Trash Talk versus White Trash. Steven continues to dominate Jake, something that Jake probably hates, but still can't do anything about it.
Yeah, Thomas just trash right now. He just seems to know what buttons to push on Jake. Jake just can't seem to score any points against him.
Yep. He's using Austin Collie, which he was actually rumor had it there was a trade between you two that was maybe going to go through, but you decided to hold off on it.
I held off. Big mistake on my part, and Steven's reaping the benefits of that right now.
Yep. Anyway, he's riding the coattails of Chris Johnson, and out of all people, Darren McFadden comes out of nowhere and starts playing. Michael Bush is coming back, so we don't really know how that's going to affect Run DMC, but right now Steven's reaping the benefits.
Yeah, he's got 2 solid running backs. Obviously, if Chris Johnson doesn't have to face the Steelers week in and week out, he'll do just fine for him.
Yep. White trash. Turner's groin injury didn't seem to bother him, where he was able to get in the 20-point range. So
First time all season.
Yeah, it's pretty positive news for Jake. But he's got to start getting worried sick about Sean Green.
Yeah, Sean Green, big second-round draft pick. Especially with LaDainian Tomlinson right now seeming to going to be the number 1 guy.
Yeah.
Sean Green's going to be a big scare for him.
I mean, and you were able to pick up LaDainian Tomlinson in, the 10th round or something
10th or
like
11th.
that? 10th round, and Sean Green in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
You got to be hating that production. Soldier, you went to 2-1, obviously riding the coattails of Adrian Peterson playing the pathetic Lions and running for 80-plus yards on that 1 touchdown. Just kind of what Adrian Peterson does.
Yeah, he's I think number 1 fantasy running back right now. People were doubting I think a little bit, seeing his fumbles, seeing the different things that he had last year, and obviously playing the Lions is a big help. And I think I'm happy that Carey, feel like I'm riding him. I don't mind.
Are you worried about Miles Austin only getting 2 points last week? I mean, that Roy Williams is going to eat into his production. I thought I would never say that, but are you worried about that?
I don't think Roy Williams is going to take away his production. I think what it helps is in a game like that where finally Roy Williams can be productive. Now they can't double team Miles Austin and try and allow him to spread the field a little bit.
Yeah. All right. You also you played Doughboy, who fell to 1-2. Man, he's really loving the fact that Michael Vick is back and out of the doghouse, so to speak, and he's scoring some pretty huge points for him.
Yeah, Michael Vick's going to be right now.
I think he's the second best fantasy quarterback right now.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's playing some pretty pathetic teams as well.
Jaguars and Lions.
And he's got a tough matchup this week. No, actually not that bad. The Eagles' pass defense isn't great, or Washington's pass defense isn't that great. So, I don't know. We'll see how he does after this week, and then we'll decide.
Ray Rice, little injury that they're kind of nervous about, I'm sure, but Willis McGahee's value obviously skyrockets if Ray Rice is out.
Yeah, he's going to really struggle without Ray Rice. He depended on him big time last year, and obviously he fell in love with him.
Roddy White continues to be Roddy White and do what he does, getting targets and pulling down catches. Seems to be every week.
Yeah, I think he leads the league or tops. He's one of the tops in targets.
He has to be. Paper goes to 3-0 with a divisional win against the Bean. Obviously, for the most part, his Tony Romo scored pretty high. He got points from all of his players. Did not get any points from his defense, but it didn't affect him. He was able to walk away with the win and sweep the division again.
He's pretty happy about it too. I might add.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's loving the fact that he's 3-0.
He is letting everyone know about it.
Is.
Bean falls to 2-1, really to the fact that this week he just picked the wrong running back, but it still goes back to the fact that he doesn't have a running back.
Right. Yeah. As far as I can tell, you're going to be trying to play rotation running back by committee
and hope that
I'm picking the best.
Hope pick the right guy. Well, that's the Week 3 review. We'll be right back with our Week 4 previews.
Looking forward to it.